Hi guys, welcome back to Red Belly Media. Today, we're gonna be ranking dating apps. Let me help break down some different kinds of dating apps to help you. To make this easy for you guys, I have a tier list. In our tiers, we have Find Love, Good Dates Only, Booty Calls Only. Who even uses this in Burn It All to Hell? Now, we're gonna find out if we have any that have potential for finding love, or if they're gonna go flip or flop and just go straight to burn it. Our contestants up today are Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, Facebook dating, and then getting into the kind of, what are these? Coffee Meets Bagel, Truly Madly, happn, zoosk, Plenty of Fish, and then of course cupid, because everyone's heard of cupid. So let's start with number 1, Bumble. I think that Bumble is a good one to find love with because the women have control. There's so much you can do with it. The only bad thing about it is it does have the 24-hour expiration time after you match on the female side of it. So if you don't match in time, you're done for. But been on a lot of dates for Bumble. I've been single for a really, really long time. But some really good experiences, some not so good experiences. I may or may not have matched with my cousin on Bumble, like third cousin on Bumble. May or may not have matched, and we may or may not have realized that our parents even literally just live across the street from each other. Instant ugh. So when I first got back into the dating scene, over 2 years ago, I matched with this super cute boy on Bumble, right? And we went out on a couple of dates. I mean, honestly, our first date was at this place that's kind of like Hooters, and his ex-girlfriend was our waitress. She was making all these jokes. I'd look her right in the eyes and go, "Isn't he just so cute though? Don't you think so?" Because she didn't know that I knew that they used to date or anything like that. Just because she was making us uncomfortable, so I could make her uncomfortable, which, a little bit of a bitch move, but it's whatever. And then he was just telling me all of his hookup stories. So I got everything. This is our first official date, because we had already gone to the mall at this point and met up there. We had walked around the track at my college and stuff like that. So we had already hung out a few times. So this is our first real date. But he's actually my best friend now. We decided we weren't gonna be romantic partners, but we became the closest friends ever. And to this day, he is still my absolute best friend. He's deployed right now. Shout out to Logan. Next up on our list is Facebook dating. Now, if you're anything like me, I didn't even know that this was a real thing until I was just really, really bored. I was pleasantly surprised by how many options Facebook dating had, because Facebook's kind of on the decline, and I've matched with so many people. And surprisingly enough, I've gone on a lot of really good dates from Facebook dating. You have your profile picture, you scroll up and down, you have all your preference, it has all the information on them, and you just swipe right or left. With Bumble, with Tinder, with Hinge, with all the main ones, you can set your parameters for age limit you want to see. You set your parameters for the distance you want to see and stuff like that. And so then it just goes based off of that. So that's really cool. So that's how you can start matching with people out of state or maybe older or younger. Then you have your preferences set to. So, fun story here. I met this guy on Facebook dating, right? And we go out on a date, we meet up in this town, because we're an hour away from each other, so we meet up. We go get dinner, we go take it to the park, eat by the river, stuff like that. And we're talking, and mind you, this is still the first date, right? We talked for only a couple days beforehand, not even that much, because a lot of men, he's a terrible texter. But I was like, you know what, let's give him a chance. I was feeling a little too generous at that time for giving him a chance after being a terrible conversationalist. But so we went on a date, and then while we're on our first date, he starts saying things like, well, when we get married, you're gonna quit your job and move in with me, and you're gonna homeschool our children, and you're gonna change religion. And he's like, I wanna be your first time, and you're gonna be the love of my life, and all this other stuff. And I was like, stop yourself. Not cool, not gonna happen. Who does that on a first date? Nah. So I'm gonna put that as find love. I think that the potential for finding love with Facebook dating is really high because there's so many different kinds of people on there. That being said, whenever I was swiping, I did see my boss, and I immediately went, No one wants to see their boss in a dating app. Ever. Okay, next. We have the OG. It's Tinder. And I'm gonna have to put Tinder booty calls only. Unless you're Kaylin and you meet your husband off of there and the love of your life. Not everyone's as lucky as Kaylin. By the way, if you want to date, just, leave a comment. I'll get back to you. I like them pretty and dumb and douchey. I like some good arrogant assholes.
Someone who's not gonna treat her right.
Yeah. Way to put the nail on it. So I met this guy on Tinder and we just happened to match. He was super attractive. Like, I didn't even look at how far away he was. This is like the day that I first downloaded my Tinder, right? And we match, we start talking, and then we both actually look at how the distance between us, which is like over 1,000 miles, and we're like, oh, so this guy lives in Montana, and he got super attached and attracted super fast and was going like, oh my God, I'm gonna come out to see you this summer. You're gonna fly up to see me this summer. We're gonna be in love. We're gonna get married. Operation falls in love with so-and-so by the end of 2021 is a go. He's like, you're gonna be my future wife. We're gonna get married here. And then what do you know? He's going on a date with someone up there. He's like, I was so scared to tell you. Well, go figure you're going on a date. We live 1,000 miles away and we've never even met. Like, did you really think that this was gonna go anywhere? No. Okay, let's go with Hinge. The app meant to be deleted. I've gotten like 2 good dates out of here before. I think everyone I've matched with on Hinge, I've also matched with on Bumble. So it's the same dating pool, guys. It's literally just the same people. You're not gonna find more than one person. Because if you're on one, most likely you're gonna be on all of them. Let's go into the more not so well-known ones. We're gonna go with Plenty of Fish. Plenty of Fish really confuses me. So it's gonna go in the who even uses this category. Because Plenty of Fish is weird. It doesn't even give you names, it doesn't give you profiles, it's just a little carousel that you go yes or no to based off of one picture, which is weird. It's getting a little funky.
Didn't Plenty of Fish have that thing where it was like your hot one for the day or something?
Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. I think they had smart matches or a hard pick of the day. Never got it. Come on, step up the game. And then we have Coffee Meets Bagel. And that can burn. I don't like this one. I will read it to you for when you open it. It is weird. I opened the app. It says, is there a science to meeting someone special? We think so. For example, being thoughtful with your preferences can help us find you the right bagels. Who refers to men or women as bagels? Come on. Bagels? Like, they go way too far with this pun, and then they have like happy hour, or I think they call it coffee hour or coffee time or something like that. I think it's at noon. It's really weird. You get bean perks and points and stuff like that so you can like people, and you have to have a certain amount of points to actually like someone. No, not a fan. It can burn. Okay, Cupid is next. Honestly, this just kind of falls into the who even uses this category. It's so outdated. It's just kind of, it's there. It's blah. It really felt irrelevant when I was using it. And I only downloaded it to like figure out for science. I was not impressed. But you know what? It was not as bad as Coffee Meets Bagel. So at least there's that. And then we're gonna move on to Truly Madly. Truly Madly can go in the burn it category because I tried like 5 times to make an account with them and nothing. It wouldn't let me make an account. It stayed on pending. It stayed on just like the little circular loading page, or it just wouldn't do anything. But then I'd be getting notifications in different languages going, you have a match, you have a match. I haven't even made an account. It is on the outs. Just like OkCupid and Plenty of Fish. And then we're on to happn. Who even uses this? It just seems like a thing of the past. Like, it's an afterthought now. Like, the people who it's trying to target are just like, the last thing they heard about dating was like 10 years ago on an advertisement on TV. And you're like, oh, this is a thing. Let me remember it. Let me use this. I can meet singles in my area. And so what's the point? And then we're on to Zoosk. Zoosk makes me mad. This is going in the burn it category because it is so off-brand. It's like you're expecting a really good, really evil villain like Thanos or something like that. And instead, you get Dr. Doofenshmirtz. There is like not even words to describe just how outdated, how gross it looks. Like nothing about it screams sexy, I'm gonna meet the love of my life on here. It literally just screams, hey, I'm an afterthought from like the MySpace era. And the people who are on it are from like 10, 15 years ago, but haven't touched the internet since. And they're like, oh my God, let me find love. This is the current trend, but it's not. I don't think there's gonna be a date happening from any of these, if I'm being honest with you. If you're looking for love, your best bets are Bumble and Facebook dating from my experience. And you know what? Maybe you can find something from Hinge. You can probably find love from Tinder. Probably, but for the sake of having to do a tier list, booty call only. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. If you have any thoughts or opinions on dating apps that you want to share with us, let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear from them, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. It's great doing this video for you guys. Bye, see you next time.